Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. We welcome you to our online session. So, the topic continues with the French Revolution. You saw the meaning in the previous part 1, and the political cause. And in part 2, you experienced about the subsistence crisis, the growth of middle class, and the new ideas that enlighten the people. So this is the part 3 where you are going to see some more events that made the changes and the formation in the government as well as framing of constitution. Let us see. Now, the first event you're going to see about the session of Estates General. Now, what is the Estate General? You already experienced. Now, this Estate General, for your knowledge, you would have been learned in the previous part that this Estate General has got first, second, and third estates. So, the first two are the privileged class, and they are the ones who collect taxes from the third estates. So, these are the commons, and in this common, there is a very small percentage of middle class, and the majority is the common man. This is the majority one. So, one vote for each. For your knowledge, each one has only one vote. Even the first, second, and the third. So, when the king wanted to increase the tax, he plans out to impose it more on the people to enhance the interest um, uh, payment only through the tax collection, and he plans out to call and fix the tax on the commons through the estate general body. It's a body. So he fixes a date in the hall, and the estate general representative assemble. Let us see what happens. So the day comes when the estate body meets in a hall at Versailles, and the king hosts. So on 5th May 1789, Louis XVI called together an assembly of the Estate General in the hall of Versailles to pass his proposals for new taxes. You know, already he had incurred expenditure on wars and personal expenses, maintenance, luxuries, etc. So he had incurred already 2 to 3 million livres. So he wanted to clear the debt which he had been incurred, and to repay to the money lenders he wanted to get increase the tax. So the first and second estates sent 300 representatives each, while the third estate sent 600 representatives. Educated members were they, and they were only allowed inside the hall, whereas the peasants, artisans, and women were not allowed to enter into the assembly. So, voting in the estate general in the past had been conducted according to the principle of one vote. But now, when it was again asked to redo, what the members of the third estate did is they demanded voting now for each. So they wanted voting rights. The king rejected this proposal, and the third estate walk out and they protest against the king. So they walk out from the assembly and protest. So this is the event that takes place. Now let us see what happens next. So the formation of assembly, National Assembly. Why? Now once these people come out of the hall and they assemble in tennis court. They assemble in tennis court to protest against the king, and they are led by the middle class educated philosopher. And not only they, but there are two important philosophers who lead the formation of assembly are Abbesse and Mirabeau. So these two are from clergy and noble class who support the people and give the motivation. So let us see what happens in the assembly. Now, on 20th June 1789, the next event takes place. That is, after assembling in the tennis court, Mirabeau and Abbesius representatives assemble in the hall of an indoor tennis court. It's an indoor tennis court in the grounds of the Versailles. It's a place in France. They declared themselves as a national assembly. When this national word comes, when all people join together for one idea, all people join together and think about their own country, so then it becomes nation. So the word nation born takes birth now in France, and they represent for the whole country to change, bring a change. So, and they swore not to disperse till, that means they promise themselves that they will not leave unless they frame a constitution, the rules and regulation to have a change, and limitize means reduce the powers of monarch. They decide this in assembling the indoor tennis, and they form a national assembly there, and they decide not to leave unless they frame the constitution. So they settle there for a change. So Mirabeau was born in a noble family but was convinced of the need to do away with the society of feudal privilege. He wanted to remove this feudal privilege and bring equality. And he brought a magazine out and delivered powerful speeches amongst the crowd assembled at Versailles. Then Abbesius is another person who was a priest who wrote an influential pamphlet which was about the third estate, about the common people. So these were the people who motivated the common man who were uneducated, and they were given ideas to bring a change through revolution in the country. Now let us see how this goes on. So during this time, there's an outbreak of revolution. So what happens during this time we are going to see. When the constitution is being framed, during that times the extreme subsistence crisis occurs, and you know what the subsistence crisis was. And this time France was suffering from inflation, that is price rise, and they started fighting for the shortage of bread. So when the National Assembly was busy in framing the constitution, this was happening simultaneously. So, on 14 July 1789, rumors, that is, the people got the news that the king was making ready of troops to move into the city and give a open fire amongst the citizens. Why? Some 7,000 people then just go and attack the fortress, which was a prison, and that was called Bastille, where they hoped that the ammunition was stored up. The fortress was demolished, and its stone fragments or the pieces were sold in the market. So, what the people misunderstood that the king was ready to attack these people because of the framing of constitution, and meantime the subsistence crisis led to the street fights. So they thought the king is going to control them or attack them. So these people go and search for ammunition in the fortress, and they just destroy it. So about 7,000 people uh, conduct this event, and that is how the 14 July event takes place. Now, meanwhile, in the villages, what happens is there is an attack on the noble force, and they just run away, leaving the country to the neighboring countries. This was marked as the beginning of French Revolution. So, this event was very, very important in the French Revolution history. Now, constitutional monarchy. So, you know that already in the assembly they were trying to frame the constitution. Now, how it happens, we are going to see. Now, in 1789, when the assembly completes the making of constitution, you know that the people who wanted to make the constitution had an idea of reducing the powers of king. They didn't want all the powers to be concentrated in one hand. So the National Assembly completed draft of constitution based on those ideas. So on 4th August, Louis XVI finally recognized this constitutional monarchy. That means monarchy as well as the constitutional guidance will continue the rule. So, on the night of 4th August 1789, the Assembly passes a decree of abolishing feudal system. That is, the rules follows, the law is framed that the feudal system will be removed, and taxes, privileges, tithes, and land confiscated, that is, forced land snatching, was to be removed. So, the government through this could acquire an asset of 2 billion livres. So all were concentrated before the framing of constitution or drafting of constitution in the hands of nobles and clergy. And now, since the law was changed and the rules were changed through constitutional monarchy, the government acquires an asset of at least 2 billion livres worth. So I conclude that a change occurs in the France in the path of new government, and let us see how some more events that put forth the revolution to be continued. Thank you.